All right, as promised, head coach Jamahl Mosley taking this one in, watching some of the young guys. And Coach, let's start there. Obviously, Anthony Black, Chet Howard are guys that you have your eye on. How do you kind of evaluate them through a game and a half right now in Summer League?
I think they've done a very good job of adjusting to the speed of the game and getting more comfortable as the game has gone on. Them talking to the coaches and trying to figure out, picking their positions and spots on the floor where they're offensively, but then defensively just realizing how they can guard different positions.
Coach, you got a very young team, very young athletic team, and, you improved dramatically, over the year. And you see these young players coming in. How do you plan on integrating them into your style of play and continuing to improve?
Well, the great part about our guys that are already within, our system is that they're willing helpers. They're willing teachers. You see half of them are here. I mean, we might actually have like 16 of our guys here right now.
Wow.
So it's just great. And that's the atmosphere that they've created. And so they're talking to guys, letting them know certain things that they'll see. And it's going to be that, throughout the year.
And when you say the atmosphere that they have created, we have to give you credit for creating that atmosphere also in terms of the culture that you're building in Orlando. And I think you guys, are right there. Your sleeper team, not anymore. Everybody knows what you're doing, and, we're looking for big things out of you next year.
Well, the great part about it is that it's a group of young men that are willing to embrace the expectations and not afraid of knowing the work that we have to put in. Good days, bad days, they understand how they have to work. Yeah. And that's the best part of how they push each other. And for us as coaches, it's great to see that, because we can tell them a lot of things.
Right.
The way in which that they communicate with one another and push each other, that's the best part about it.
We're looking here at your leading scorers from last season. You talk about guys mentoring some of the younger guys. I mean, you could argue a lot of those guys, maybe Wendell Carter Jr. is the oldest, right? But who's the best leader? Who's the best vocal guy on that graphic that we saw there?
That's the great part about them is that it comes at different times for each of them, depending on what's happening in the game. Obviously, Wendell is just such a force for us, in the middle. But, Franz does a great job of communicating. They lean on him for, what he's doing in a lot of situations, as well as Paolo. So it bounces off in different ways, and they rally around what Markel has done, and then Cole comes in with a high level of energy with the group. And so it's really a collective, way of leading each other.
Paolo Banchero, how comfortable is he using his voice?
He's getting more comfortable. I think, in year one, it was just trying to find his feet, understanding where he was. But now it's the individual conversations that he's having with guys that is so important, as a leader, not just always talking in front of the group, but being able to do it individually with each guy and having that relationship with each guy.
Coach, very underrated and very underappreciated coaching job that you did last year for a young man by the name of Markel Fultz. I mean, and all of us remember what was going on with him in Philadelphia. And frankly, didn't know if he would ever get back to what we saw him as a player last year. From a coaching standpoint, how did you build that confidence back up in him to get him to where he's starting? Not only he's starting, but he's running a break. He's doing all the things that you thought he would be able to do coming into the league. But, there had to be something that was special that you saw and something special that you did to get him to the point where he's at today.
Well, our coaches do a tremendous job. The coaches that are with us are the ones that they care. They care about the individual first, and then the basketball will take care of itself in so many ways. But with Markel, as we do with all of our guys, you meet them where they are.
Yeah.
Right, and that's the biggest portion of understanding who he is as a young man and what he's been through in this league, and not trying to force anything upon him. And you see how he plays with just such a joy for the game, and those are the talks that he had in the locker room.
But that was unusual. I mean, right, Lisa, a couple of years ago, we didn't see that joy. We didn't see any of that. As a matter of fact,
it's like he felt the pressure of being picked so high. He felt the pressure of all the eyeballs on him, and obviously dealing with some injuries and that sort of thing. But yeah, you could feel it.
And this is what coaching really, people don't understand the value of coaching and what it does for a player like that. and how you did it.
Now, he's such a tremendous young man. I can't say enough about him, who he is as an individual. He cares so much, and I think that's why his teammates gravitate to him, because he'll be the first one sitting by the door with a smile after a win or a loss, high-fiving guys, and just giving his energy to them. And I think that's where he finds a big portion of joy in the game, is by giving to others. And that basically rubs off on each one of the guys on the team. He's so selfless.
While you've been talking to us, your team's making a nice little run here.
Well, once we stop turning the basketball over and we get the shots that we want, and then we finish the possessions with the rebound to get out and run, I think that gives us a better opportunity. Us being able to attack the basket, finishing the possession.
How about that guy, DJ Wilson? He's shown a lot.
He's shown a lot. Obviously he's had the journey, and us bringing him in and being able to see what he's capable of doing. Obviously in the league, he's been here long enough. He's considered a vet in a lot of ways.
When you're developing, young players like Wilson, and you seeing, some of them struggle, go up and down, you as a coach, how do you instill confidence, but yet have to win games with it too?
Well, I think it's really important to just develop winning habits. I mean, whether it's wins or losses, you have to do the right thing on a consistent basis. And that's what a lot of these young guys need, is just a level of consistency. So we work the same every single day. So you're able to judge exactly how you've grown.
Right.
So it's the same habits, consistent habits of the fundamentals of the game, teaching, communicating. And I tell you, our staff is absolutely fantastic in the way in which they go and work with our guys.
We only got about 20 seconds left here, Coach. So with the Orlando Magic fan base watching, give them one quick thing of what they can be excited to watch.
The excitement and joy for the game, how hard we're going to play on a regular basis, and just compete at a high level night in and night out. And then these guys are going to push each other and play with a sense of joy for the game.
Walker with the 2.
Do I have to leave already?
Yeah. You can stay. We're not going to push you out.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
So let me ask you about an injured player who's miraculous as a defender. When we talk about Isaacs, I mean, as a coach, have you ever seen when he's healthy? Have you ever seen anyone with that type of defensive tenacity that he plays with?
He is special.
Yeah, I mean, he truly is.
He covers up a multitude of mistakes. His ability to communicate, his length, and he finds different ways to guard pick and rolls, rebounding the basketball. He does so many tremendous things, and he's just got a knack for it, which is great for our guys to see and feel.
Well, hopefully he'll stay healthy and you'll have him for a full season this year.
That the biggest fortune for our team, with any team, is health.
Yeah.
And obviously the work ethic that we put in, but just being able to stay healthy and continue to have our consistent habits night in and night out.
Yeah.
We're heading back the other way. Foul against Shibwe.
And we got a timeout.
And we're going to take a timeout. I mean, you can stay with us.
You guys are really good at this. I'm going to go ahead and go back sit with my guys.
No, we established early in the telecast that I wasn't good at it. So you can do this.
That was a real discussion.
Yes.